Hi, this is Dr. Justin Pierce. I'm here with Dr. Donald Miller. We're with Mill Pond Integrative Health and Wellness Center. And today we want to talk about the top 7 dangers of fructose. So that being said, oh, come on.
Right on point.
Rocking it. There we go. We got it right this time. So sugar, man.
Yeah.
What's the deal with sugar?
Golly, man, is sugar good? Is sugar bad? Where should we get sugar from? How much should we be consuming? I mean, there's just so much out there about sugar. So let's try to break it down for these guys.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about different kinds of sugar, where we get sugars, what we should be eating, what we should not be eating, why sugars become so detrimental to our health, especially since high fructose corn syrups came out. Because listen, you're looking at 7 dangers of fructose, and a lot of people are thinking, well, fructose is in fruit, so why is that bad for me?
Well, also some people probably saw that commercial where it's a beautiful sunny day. There's the yellow cornfields and the thing is going over them and they're showing how they're refining it and doing it. And then at the end it says high fructose corn syrup, good in moderation. I was like, what? Is that real? That's a pair. That's SNL. And like, bro, that was a real commercial that they paid millions of dollars for.
Crazy.
Unbelievable.
It is absolutely crazy.
Unbelievable.
So let's break down what kind of sugars are on.
Yeah.
Okay, so monosaccharides, disaccharides. So monosaccharides, your 2 sugars that we're looking at is glucose and fructose. Now, glucose is what you'll find in our bloodstreams.
Yes.
Glucose is what we break carbohydrates down into. Glucose is what plants use the sun through photosynthesis to make glucose so that they can build their plants and build the flowers and leaves. It's what they use as energy, right? And so we absolutely need glucose. Okay,
Yep.
our brain needs glucose to function. One reason why some of these fad diets that's completely eliminating sugar and carbohydrates from your diet, the long-term effects of that is really affecting brain function because you can't starve yourself from glucose.
You should only be on that short term anyways, and you should be cycling on and off.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So now fructose is another monosaccharide, and that is what's found in fruit.
Yeah.
Okay. The problem with fructose is when they came out with high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
And
In
so
moderation.
in moderation.
Never in moderation, to be clear. So
Right. Yeah. And so it's 10 times sweeter than sugar, but it's 10 times as cheap. And so other countries like Mexico won't even use high fructose corn syrup. Mexico will not use high fructose corn syrup in their beverages and their foods, but yet good old FDA slamming us full of it. All right.
Well, the FDA is great, and is there organic high fructose corn syrup?
I think there's non-GMO,
No.
but I don't think there's organic.
Yeah, so there is not organic. Like high fructose corn syrup is something that is we're deriving it from. Where's it come from? It comes from corn.
It comes from corn.
And it comes from mostly GMO corn.
Oh, yeah.
Now you can do non-GMO, but hell, today it's almost
It's like
you can't
not
even. It's like an oxymoron. There is no organic high fructose corn syrup. Organic corn is all GMO and genetically. That means genetically modified. For those of you who don't understand that, and it just causes more problems.
Right.
So.
Yep. And so where's the problem arise? Okay. And so table sugar is glucose and fructose together. So that's a disaccharide. Okay. So when you consume table sugar, your body breaks it down into both glucose and fructose. Now the thing about fructose is 100% broken down in your liver. So this is where a lot of the problems start because our bodies were designed to get fructose from raisins and dates and fruits and things where it's these by weight are 5 to 10% fructose.
Right.
Okay, a lot of fiber, a lot of vitamins, a lot of other things that you're getting when you're eating fruit. Now, high fructose corn syrup, the most common one is high fructose. It's HFCS 55, so high fructose corn syrup 55, which means it's at least 55% fructose.
Right.
And they say a lot of them are by weight up to 90% fructose.
I know it.
Okay, so your body, especially your liver, because your liver is where this is broken down, it's just getting overwhelmed, it's getting bombarded. Okay, so normal process of glucose to your liver goes through a process of gluconeogenesis where it's going to store the fructose as glycogen. Okay, this is really important because when you go to sleep at night or when you do a 3-day water fast and you're not consuming any food, your body needs to get glucose from somewhere.
Yes.
Guys, our liver, oh my word, what an important organ. It does so much for us. A lot of people don't understand. It literally will produce, that doesn't produce sugar, but it will pull on the glycogen storage and convert that to glucose. Right. And so when you're fasting, your body will go through that process of gluconeogenesis to convert that glycogen into glucose. Okay, now your body has glucose, your brain's still functioning throughout the night, you wake up ready to go. Okay, now if you get way too much fructose, Now your body starts to store that as fat deposits in the liver. Okay.
So one thing that people will think or ask is, well, then are fruits good for me?
Right.
And the answer is yes, fruits are great for you.
Yes.
Right? They have the good sugars and the good fructose and thing that we need. The problem is you're eating more than just that fruit. Because you're eating that candy bar, you're drinking that soda, you're eating that sandwich, and you're eating all these bad sugars and fructose all day long that you reach a point to where now it's causing some of these dangerous things that we're about to talk about.
That's right. Yep, let's do it. Let's do it. So let's dive into these, and we'll talk a little bit more about why these diseases are starting, why these issues are starting, based off of how it's affecting the physiology. Okay. So first one is just, I mean, everybody knows this, right?
Weight gain and obesity. I mean, you know that eating sugar is not good for you. You know that this is going to make you over here. Well, I don't know. It's just, I just can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Bull crap.
Right.
You can. How about just put this down? And then people love this because they say, yeah, but I don't drink that. I drink Pepsi. I drink Mountain Dew. Yeah. Okay, those are probably even worse. But I just want to illustrate that this is a 20 ounce can of, well, it's not a can. It's a bottle. It's a bottle. It was a can, the sugar turned it into plastic. Yeah. So, contains 65 grams of sugar. You see that? 65 grams of sugar in this. That's why it tastes sweet and good, though.
Crazy.
I can't even drink it right now. That's just too much sugar for me. It's so sweet. Yeah. But look at it. I mean, it's amazing how much sugar, and when you put it that way and actually see that sugar, it's unbelievable.
And again, it's high fructose corn syrup, guys. You know, I mean, at least if you get a Mexican Coke, it's cane sugar.
Right.
Now, it's still 60 grams of cane sugar, which way overwhelms your system, but it's high fructose corn syrup.
It's natural cane sugar, though.
Right, yeah. So again, guys, this is good, though. This is good. And so when your body gets overwhelmed with glucose, so you're breaking the sugar, cane sugar, into fructose and glucose. So yes, the fructose is still going to your liver and causing, the fatty deposits and causing the insulin resistance and some of the things we're going to talk about here in a minute. But the glucose, when you eat carbohydrates or when you consume sugar, your glucose, you use as much as you can for energy. Yep. Unfortunately, we're consuming way too much. You can only use so much. You're not out running 20 miles a day, right? If you're out running 20 miles a day, consume a little more glucose. I'm okay with that. Your body will burn it, okay? But what it does is it takes that glucose that it can't use and it can't burn as energy, stores it as fat.
Yep.
Right?
And then you get this, and then you have all the excuses in the world why you can't get it off.
Yep.
Again, go back, watch the fasting video, because fasting can help with this issue as well in helping to burn off some of the sugars. Plus, breakfast is one of the most sugariest things that you're going to eat. So,
yep.
That's number one.
Good deal. Number two.
Diabetes.
I got sugar.
I got the sugar.
So, yeah, I mean, so type 2, and specifically type 2.
Right.
Definitely, the type 1s out there eating a lot of sugar. Obviously, it's going to complicate your issues because of the different insulin levels you're going to need to take. But type 2 diabetes, also known as insulin resistance, or insulin resistance leads to type 2 diabetes.
Yep. Yeah, and again, and I'm just going to keep hitting it. We got a bunch of illustrations here today for you, because there's always those people, and especially, people with diabetes or weight issues, they say, I don't really eat sugar. Well, have you read the ingredients? Have you read the labels of your foods? Well, yeah, there's no much fats, there's not much calories in it, and I do a low-calorie diet.
Yep.
Okay, well, listen, you put ketchup on everything, because you can't stand the foods of Jesus. You got to have more ketchup on it. But, if you read the ingredients over here, so what's one of the ingredients in here, Doc?
High fructose corn syrup.
Are you serious? That's the first thing in there. And then 1 tablespoon of ketchup, which who uses 1 tablespoon? Come on, right, put it on there. 1 tablespoon of ketchup is that much sugar. Unbelievable how much sugar that we consume, and we have no idea. We think that we're doing better. Yep. We think that we're doing okay, and we think that we're not eating any sugar. Especially the fructose or the high fructose.
Yeah, and listen, guys, I mean, I like ketchup, but we make homemade ketchup. It's all natural. It's all organic. It's so good for you.
Easy to
use some healthy sweeteners. And maybe Friday we'll talk about some artificial sweeteners and some healthy sweeteners. Amanda definitely talked a lot about that yesterday. So go back and watch her video yesterday just to see what sweeteners that we use at home. So diabetes, again, guys, insulin resistance starts in the liver. And again, this fructose, the high fructose corn syrup, is why I mean, even when we got into practice 8 years ago, I didn't see teenagers developing type 2 diabetes. I mean, it's an adult onset disease process that now teenagers are developing because they're doing
Switch it
this.
to juvenile.
They're doing this for breakfast. They're doing this for lunch. They're
Yep.
doing this in between lunch and dinner. I mean, because again, you guys, you're getting these huge sugar spikes, which gives you a temporary energy spike, but then very, very soon after that comes that crash.
Hey, and parents, guess whose fault your kid's sick is? It's your fault. You bought them this stuff.
Why
Yeah,
can't
but
they concentrate at school?
Well, they have to have this.
Yeah.
They crave it. They want it. It's your fault. We have to change that.
Yep. So again, guys, the sugar is the problem. You know, lifestyle is what gets you to be a diabetic.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, just by changing your lifestyle, because of all the metabolic issues, the metabolic syndromes that you have already developed, you need more than just diet to reverse it.
Yep.
Okay. But again, we need to test to find out what the underlying triggers are, and
Testing.
we just see amazing results with diabetics, guys.
Yep.
So okay.
Number 3. He's trying to read my writing. LGS, you should know what that means, so we'll just go to number 4.
No.
LGS, or leaky gut syndrome. We've talked about leaky gut syndrome before. Leaky gut syndrome is such a big thing today. Everybody searches this or researches it, and you go online and it's like leaky gut. Now, medically, they don't think that it's a real thing because there's no ICD-10 codes for leaky gut syndrome, but it is a real thing. And when you look at what high fructose corn syrup causes, is it weakens the gut lining, therefore causing leaky gut syndrome.
Yep.
It is a real thing.
Yep.
It is a real thing.
And it's also tied, there's also a lot of research tying about overgrowth of bacterial things and yeast. And I mean, it's ruining our gut lining.
It is ruining.
And we've talked about it before, guys. Gut health is so important. I mean, honestly, true health starts in the gut.
It is.
If you have infections, if you have leaky gut, if you've got bacterial overgrowth, if you've got yeast, if you've got these issues.
Oh no, I did a candida cleanse.
Yeah, I know. There's some docs here in town. I mean, that like everybody's got candida, and so they're putting everybody through a candida cleanse, and a lot of people, if that's not the issue, it's flaring them up or it's flushing out the good bacteria, and then they get worse, right? So
You have to test to find out what the true triggers are. Is it infection? Is it food allergies? What is it? What is triggering the issue? Because if you don't fix this, all those things, you will get autoimmune conditions again. We could spend all day on leaky gut syndrome, but high fructose corn syrup, big cause.
Yeah, I mean, listen, guys. At least your MDs are testing. They're not testing thoroughly by any means, and their application is horrible when it comes to what their tools are. But guys, if you're seeing a natural practitioner and they're not testing you, run. Don't walk out. Run.
They test me. Tell me to think about the supplement I want to take.
It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Some of these docs out there, they just make us natural doctors look so bad, and it really drives me nuts. So, okay.
What is that?
That's a beautiful heart.
Does anybody know what that is?
Come on, man. Now you know what it is.
There it is. There it is.
All right, so heart disease.
It's great.
Heart disease, yeah. So, guys, heart disease. So, in the umbrella of heart disease, I mean, it's cholesterol issues, it's blood pressure issues, it's strokes, it's heart attacks. You know, I mean, that's all under the umbrella of heart disease. And the top 5 risk factors of heart disease: smoking, obesity, diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure. Okay, so what's causing all these issues?
Lots of stuff.
Like sugar is at the basis of what's causing it. But yeah, I mean,
while
lots
I'm
of stuff.
smoking my cigarette, I don't do sugar, doc.
Yeah.
Because while I'm smoking my cigarettes, I do my Diet Coke.
Oh man, it's crazy. I know. We'll
talk about that on Friday again.
But my doc's telling me to do it. My endocrinologist telling me to do the Diet Pop. Right? American Diabetes Association website tells me to use the Equal Splenda Sweet and Low.
And now they're giving kids chronic lifestyle medication drugs as young as 5 years old for cholesterol.
Yeah.
Your kid is going to be on cholesterol meds for the rest because you know what? Well, his friends drink this.
Yeah.
What is this even?
Kool-Aid.
A Kool-Aid? It's Kool-Aid? It's
they
a
give those out at
squeezy?
sports events at the end of sports games.
Yeah, so you get done with your sports game, right? Well, here's this, and I don't have the other stuff that you would have, and, you know, heaven forbid you give him an apple or something, then you're looked at like you're the weird parent.
Oh,
you brought my kid an apple and an orange?
You should see the faces on all the kids when we bring snacks.
But it's just
Oranges
amazing.
and water.
Yeah.
Your kid's going to drink 1 or 2 of those in a day, and this little thing has, let me see what it just says, 9 grams of sugar.
In 6 ounces.
In just one little thing. 9 grams of sugar. Now, if you make homemade Kool-Aid, because I've seen how some people make Kool-Aid.
Oh my God.
It's a lot more than 9 grams of sugar per serving. But then, like, you know, that's what you had for lunch because you sent them a good thing for lunch. And then you send your kid for breakfast. Well, son, we don't have a lot of time. So let me make you your bagel. Let me make you your Pop-Tart. whatever, your microwaved sandwich thing
one of
from
those
wherever.
The hot pockets.
Yeah, the hot
Remember
pot.
those?
There you go. Those were actually good.
Yeah, the ham and cheese.
But I haven't had one in a long time. We can make those. We can show you how to do that. But you also give them this and you send them to school. And this little thing of Sunny D, which you can tell it's been through a lot. It's different colored now. Has 26 grams of sugar. You just started your kid's day with 26 grams of high fructose corn syrup. Unbelievable how we do this. And we wonder why all of a sudden our kids are on cholesterol medications at 5. Whose fault is it, parents?
Yep. Gotta take
Call
responsibility.
parents out today.
Yeah.
Call up.
Because I'm not watching.
They should only have 16 grams of sugar a day.
Kids should only have 16 grams of sugars a day, and they have that every meal, every snack, everything.
But and that sugar should come from healthy carbohydrates.
Eat some fruit.
Right. It should come from fruit. It should come from that stuff. Yep.
Number 5.
NAFLD.
NAFLD. This one makes a lot of sense.
Oh my bad.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. I mean, this is, I had a patient tell me, it was back about 15, 20 years ago, the doctors, they did not realize that fatty liver or steatosis of liver could be caused from anything but alcohol.
Right.
And so this gentleman, he swore up and down to his doc, like, I don't drink.
Right.
He's like, well, yeah, okay.
Yeah, sure.
He did an ultrasound. He's got a fatty liver. Like, you do drink, don't you know? But nowadays they're seeing that again, the high levels of fructose that needs to go through your liver. Your liver can only process so much and store so much as energy.
Yep.
But instead of like glucose, it stores the fat in your adipose cells, right? Your fat cells, because fat or lipid is way more energy dense than carbohydrates. And so that's why we'll convert that carbohydrate to glucose, and then whatever glucose we can't use, we'll convert that into fat. So that we can pull the fat for energy storage, like we did during a 3-day fast.
Yes, we did.
Whatever little fat we had, right? And so, what was I talking about?
Fatty liver.
Fatty liver disease, good. So I was just making sure somebody was paying attention. Because
I wasn't, so it's good.
So fructose, because it's broken down in the liver, your liver starts to have fatty deposit buildups.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go from normal liver to fatty liver to cirrhosis. Guys, cirrhosis is an irreversible damage of the liver. Okay, once you get cirrhosis, you're in bad shape. Like you need a new liver, you're gonna die.
Yep.
Okay, fatty liver can be completely reversed. We've seen many people come through here with fatty liver, and we know through testing. And then, and then based off of retesting, after we get things under control, we see that fatty liver going away. So, again, guys, you're ruining your liver. Your liver does so much for you.
It's kind of seeming like diet is kind of important to your health.
Oh my gosh.
Interesting.
Yep. And it's amazing how much diet can get you in such a mess.
This one is interesting, and you may have heard something like this before, but they are saying that by ingesting high fructose corn syrup, you can get up to 350 micrograms of this wonderful element right here, mercury. That's good for you, right?
It's crazy.
If nothing else didn't scare you, you're going to be fat and sick and diabetic and have leaky gut and heart disease and die of a heart attack and NAFLD, right? Mercury is in this stuff. There's mercury in there, hello, right? And
Terrible.
you think of what happens
Crazy.
at a school. If at a school, this happened when I was in chemistry class one day, a thermometer broke.
Oh my gosh.
What happens when a thermometer
You
breaks?
like clear the room and
You literally have to clear the room, and somebody's coming in a hazmat suit, and they have to clean it up. And I mean, it's a serious thing because mercury is like what the number 2 most toxic substance. I think the number 1 most toxic is like Botox. It's good for you when you put it in your face, though. So that's fine for you. And mercury is also not the most second toxic thing on earth, as long as it's in your mouth and in your teeth. Then it's totally fine and totally normal.
or in vaccines.
Or in vaccines. Oh my, yeah, it's always safe in your body. It'll kill you outside your body, but in your body it's totally fine. Can you sense any sarcasm?
Right. Guys, mercury's so bad for you. I mean,
It's so bad for you.
if you don't know, which you probably do, like research it. I mean, it's just terrible.
Just look at it.
Bad stuff.
So mercury is in high fructose corn. Another reason to stay the heck away from high fructose corn syrup. Number 7.
You got all kinds of people watching.
Number 7 is kind of just an overall general thing, and it causes all of these things, and hell, it also causes a whole heck of a lot of other things, right? Cancers and autoimmune thing, everything. But it's just the I word. Inflammation.
Yeah. Inflammation is the backbone of all disease.
That is, man.
Yep. And when people are like, what's inflammation? Like, can you measure inflammation? What
Sure.
is it? Inflammation is a natural process that occurs. Like you get a cut,
Yep.
Blood rushes in, it swells up, it gets red, it gets warm. All your immune cells do its thing.
Yep.
But then after the trauma's gone, all that stuff should recede, go away, and everything's fine. But the problem is because of all the toxins we put in our body, now we're either producing inflammation when there's no trauma,
Yep.
or after trauma, the inflammation doesn't go away.
So can you measure it?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And so, and again, so C-reactive protein, homocysteine, different markers that we run.
Inflammatory markers.
Yep, because when all of these, your immune cells, your C cells, your T helper cells, all your cytokine, all your immune cells, once they are done doing what they're supposed to do, they go down to the liver to get rid of them. Well, your body synthesizes those cells and makes C-reactive protein.
Gotcha.
And so when that enzyme is elevated, we know that your immune system is just chronically out of whack.
So it kind of seems like getting tested would be a good idea to know if you have inflammation,
Yep.
to know if inflammation is going to or already has triggered diabetes, gut issues, heart disease, because that's the cause of everything.
And most people don't even need to be tested to know they have it.
You just know.
I mean, you have aches and pains. You've got Charlie horses and cramps. You've got brain fog.
You've been eating this for too long.
You've been eating fructose
This
for too
directly
long.
causes inflammation.
Yep.
Directly causes inflammation.
Absolutely.
We got Dr.
Absolutely.
Jason saying hi,
Yep.
Nobles.
Yes.
What's up, Doc?
Mosley's on.
Dr. Jason.
Very good,
Dr.
guys.
Justin.
Well, I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed our sarcasm. I hope you learned what inflat is.
And then-
This is a new thing. I don't know. We're going to make that happen. But the top 7 dangers of fructose, what it causes, what it does, we know it's not good for you. It's time to make changes, guys. It's time to take responsibility for you, for your family, for your kids.
Yep.
Don't let them keep eating this junk and hope that they don't get any of these symptoms, because you will get them by continuing to eat this
Just a
way.
matter of time, guys.
Yeah.
Just a matter of time. We got to change, and the time is now.
NOW. Now. Get it done.
Right on, guys. Well,
Thanks
listen,
for watching.
happy Healthy Hump Day. We'll see y'all on Friday.